Hello everybody, today we are going to learn quadratic equation. So the whole point of quadratic equation, the question will ask you to solve it, okay? By solving it, you need to find x. So there are 4 ways to solve a quadratic equation. The first way is by taking out the common factor. Taking out the common factor can be as many terms as possible in the equation. The second way is the cross method, which only has 3 terms, okay? By 3 terms, there must always be an x square, x, and also a number. Number I will put it as hash, okay? The third way is the a square minus b square. There must always be only 2 terms. The last way is grouping. There must be 4 terms. So in this part of the video, I will only teach you the first 2. And the next video, then I will teach you the other 2, so that my video won't be too long and lengthy. So what you need to do now is to take out a common factor. So the question will ask you to solve. When they ask you to solve, always remember, find x. So they will give you a question like this: 8x squared plus 4x is equals to 0. So the whole idea is to find x, okay? Now, how do I take out the common factor? Look at the numbers first. 8 and 4, what is the common term? What is the common number? Is 4, right? So you put here as 4. Look at the x term. What is the common one? Is x, okay? Because both have an x inside. You cannot be x squared. If x squared, this one satisfy, this one doesn't satisfy because this is only for x. So you take out x squared. Easy. Then you open bracket. Make sure whatever you put inside tallies with what you are going to get in the end. So 4x squared multiplied by what? You get 8x squared. So you get 2, right? Easy. Then plus you follow ni. 4x squared multiplied by what? You get 4x. You will get, I'm sorry, I will repeat this again. Okay, take out 4x, right? 4x multiplied by what? You get 8x squared. You multiply by 2x. Okay, 4x multiplied by what? You get 4x is 1, right? Then equals to 0. So you check back. Do you get the same thing? 4x times 2x, you get 8x squared. 4x times 1, you'll get 4x. Okay? So now what you must do? The first term here, you equate to 0. The second one, you equate to 0. This is 1. This is 2. Okay? So 4x is equals to 0. And hence, x is equals to 0. Easy? Then this is your first answer, x goes to 0. Next one, 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So bring over the non-x term to one side. I will get 2x equals to negative 1. X is equals to negative 1 divide by 2. I will get negative half. So this is your second answer. Very easy, right? Taking out the common factor. Okay, now on to my next step, next method of doing it. So the next one will be the cross method, right? 3 terms. So for 3 terms is also very easy. If you follow my way, you will never get wrong. So let's say you have an equation x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. So how do you want to get the value of x? Like I mentioned again, the cross method needs to have 3 terms: an x squared, an x, and also a number. Okay? So what you do now is something called, what I would call the cross method. First, you draw something like this. Okay? Put the x term here. Okay? Put the x term here. Okay? Next one is you put the number next to it. the number is positive 3, so I will just put it as 3. And here, I will put it as negative 4x. Okay, everybody please remember the sequence. X square, number x. X square, number x. So now you try and error. Don't worry about the sign first, okay? What multiply by what? I'll get x square. So it's x multiply by x, right? So you get x square. So what multiply by what? You get 3. There's only one combination, which is 1 multiply by 3. Okay, there's no dispute there. If the number is 4, it can be 1 multiplied by 4, 2 multiplied by 2. It's a try and error. If the number is 6, you can be 1 times 6, 2 times 3. Okay, so for this, there's only one combination. So now you cross multiply. No, it's not cross multiply. You multiply diagonally. X multiplied by 1, you'll get x. X multiplied by 3, I will get 3x. Okay, so what you do now? You know that I need to get negative 4x as the final answer. So what sign must this be? It cannot be positive, positive. Positive x plus 3x, you will get 4x. No, right? Because we want to get negative. How about positive and negative? Positive x, negative 3x, I will get negative 2x, which is not what we want. So it must be negative here, negative here. Negative x, negative 3x, I will get negative 4x. So now that you have these two signs, you translate it to here. Okay, put the negative sign here. Negative, you put negative. Is any other sign, you just translate it to this side. So what we have now is like this. Okay, x minus 1, x minus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so this have become your first term, and these have become your second term. So x minus 1 is equals to 0, x is equals to 1. This is your first answer. So the second term, x minus 3 is equals to 0. So I bring over the negative to one side, I will get x equals to 3. So x equals to 3 will be the second term. Okay, so this concludes the first two ways of doing quadratic equations. Thank you very much.